Alright. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Let brothers get in here. Alright, shalom. Shalom. See if we get the brothers in here before we get started. You know, everybody don't get the notification, so one day you get them, next day somebody else don't get it, then they get it, then you don't get it. Might have to let do it individually, so it don't pop up on her. Con. We give brothers a few more seconds. All right, Khan. Brothers, get in. All right, Shalom. All honor, praise, and glory be to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah, Wahako Dashwaka. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth across the four corners of the earth. What we have been scattered to, sadly, unfortunately, really for a greater good, but all due to the curses which was put upon us due to a breaking, right, a breaching of a contract, the covenant, right, breaking the covenant, right, which was just simply a deal made by our forefathers with the Most High God, who people ignorantly call God, who has a name, right, a true name, his true name. All right, and to the rest of you believers out there, you women and children and friends of the prophets of the Israelite nation, which consisted of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, right? Hispanics, right? To you I say peace and blessings as well if you're proving your faith by your works. All right, so we're back for a ninth episode of I Will Stand Upon My Watch. And in this segment, you know, it's a lot going on, man. Let's just put it like that. It's a lot going on. And the first segment of this episode will be covering, you know, the short time these people are talking about is going to be pretty much news broke that they might be doing starting the next season might be starting this year of the NBA. Well, you know, they just won the finals. They saying they're getting ready to start next season before this year is out. And in within a week or two, it's going to be November. So it's crazy, man. So I titled the first part Short Time, huh? You know, but anywho, the next segment will be covering the election, which is just another big cover. You know, I want to put emphasis on that word cover, right? That covering, you know. Yeah, they actually went over the particular things listed. Israel, right? So-called blacks, aka Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right? And the shot the vaccine, the so-called coronavirus. And that's what they covered, but it was all an effort to cover up the real, the truth, right? And the real being the last part of this episode, which will be the last segment. The last segment will be going into the real. What do these people really want to do? What's really, when they asked each possible presidential candidate, what is it that you can bring, right? What is it that you're off after? They will tell them that, well, I plan to do this and I will do this. And every president, right, throughout history has had like a slogan, right? But they never tell you the real one. So that's what the last segment will be covering, man. And at the end of the day, too, you need to understand, according to the Bible, that they all after the same thing. Yeah, you got this guy saying this and that guy saying this, but they all actually want the same thing, which we'll get into. So we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right. First segment. So we have right here, if you go to Google right now, you can still put it in. It's not something they took down. If you go to Google right now and you type in that NBA starting pre-Christmas, guess what? This just came out 11 hours ago. What did Bleacher Nation put? They put whoa. It says the NBA's league of office informed the board of governors on Friday, today, right, which was actually the start of the unannounced shutdown, I believe, but it says the NBA's league office informed the board of governors on Friday that it is targeting to send the 2020 through 21. It is targeting to start the 2020 through 21 season on December 22nd. That's like a couple months out, man. This dude LeBron just won a championship, and we got articles. There's tons of information going into this, right? So this should make you think already, man. This is heavy. This is something that any simpleton, right, in the sense of the truth, right, that's in the truth, but not sure, just waiting for the power of the Lord to really show that power. This shows you that the scriptures are 100% real, man. They're 100% true. Let me read this one more time. It say the NBA's league office. This is official, man. It say the NBA's league office informed the board of governors on Friday that it is targeting to start the 2020 through 21 season on December 22nd. 3 days before so-called Christmas, right? Christmas Day, and would like to play a 72-game campaign, sources told the Athletic. Now, if you know anything, man, this is nuts. One, this shows you, I don't even know where to start with it. One, let's pull this word up first. Targeting. We're going to get the scripture. Then I'm going to go into the other parts, Lord willing. It says select as an object of attention or attack. You see, aim, direct. What does that make you think of, man? Attack. What is an attack? An attack is take aggressive action. Listen, take aggressive action against a place or enemy forces. With weapons, right? With weapons or armed force, typically in a battle in a battle or war. Man, this is deep, man. This is so deep, bro, right now, man. Like we getting knee deep in the prophecies right now, man. This is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens. That's the people that's lifted up. That's people in the sky. You know what I'm saying? You be better off in the sky right now. Because it say, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. That means so-called the human race, right? All humanity, right? And of the sea, all your sea creatures, right? But it say, and of the sea. So it's literally letting you know it's talking about people. Sea men, right? For, on a deeper level, for the devil. Who's the devil? The deceiver, man. Right? Letting you think he just want to restart the season, man. They say, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Now let's go back to this, man. What they targeting? What is a target again? What is an attack? They say a target is a synonym of target is attack. Take aggressive action, man. They say, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath. Great wrath. He's taking action, man. For he knoweth he hath but a short time. It says against a place or enemy forces, man. Who's the enemy? You so-called blacks, aka Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and especially if you got the truth, man. It say with weapons or armed force, typically, Salakia. Typically in a battle. This is a battle, man. Or war. That's what this is. Let's go back real quick. Salakia. This is nuts, man. They say the NBA's league office informed the board of governors on Friday that it is targeting to start. You know what? Let me go ahead and finish reading this. Targeting to start the 2021 season on December 22nd. Why? The season just ended. That's not how seasons work. One, they trying to get LeBron that fifth ring, man. Anybody that know anything, you know? And I'm going to get this scripture too real quick. You know how that left-hand side work. This is real, man. All this Illuminati sacrifice stuff, that's what that's going into. But really, they're trying to keep Jake asleep. Because that's how you know this is a witchcraft. All this basketball crap. We know for a fact it is a witchcraft. One, what does witchcraft do, man? You know, we're going to get that too. It say, lest Satan should get 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, and Satan is interchangeable for the devil. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, the so-called white man, right? An advantage, man. Let's go into an advantage. It's to have more or a greater part or share. Because what is a war over? You're fighting. When you're warring, it's over something. Look, to be superior, excel, surpass, have an advantage over. Overreach. You see? Defraud, make a gain. It says, for we are not ignorant of his devices. That's his tools, man. Exactly. Let me pull that back up. Shalom, Mop. You shrink this down a little bit. So you got right here, target. A person, object. Look, it's a spirit, man. It's a person, object, or place. Right? And then we got to get that word for attack. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that word for attack, man. If the brother of war is in here, let the brother of war get it. But if not, you go ahead and post, whoever can post it up. Just so I got to keep jumping back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Attack. Right? They say attack. Take aggressive action. against a place or enemy. Who is the enemy? The scripture's going to tell us. Or enemy forces. What's our force? Right? With your force is it's your mind, man. They say your mind is a powerful tool, right? A terrible thing to waste, right? See, that's spiritual. It's a terrible thing to waste. So the Lord, he just brings terror, right, and waste with his mind. You see, that's all from he just don't think it, and it's just gonna be done, man. That's how it's gonna go down. But it says with weapons. This is how they go, with weapons or armed force, typically in a battle. But see, that's why the Lord told us this, man. Look, a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose. See, they not physical tools, man. This is a different type of battle, man. These niggas is going all out right now, man. How you gonna have 2 seasons in 1 year? Why? When did that ever happen? How can't you see this is what this is, man? It say that which thinks, the mind, thoughts, or purposes, man. Listen, it say a perception. You see, I got that perception word again. It say that is purpose, or by implication, the intellect, man, the disposition itself, device, mind, thought. So the damn devil, his weapons of war not even goddamn carnal all the time, man. That's how deep this is. That's why the Lord got us 100% on point. Didn't he say that, man? Listen, didn't he say that? Let me start at let me just start at verse 1. 2 Corinthians 10. No, I'm gonna hit the point, man. I'm gonna go straight to the point. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, verse 3, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare, you see, war. They're gonna have war again. This is a war, man. They said they targeting. When we went into that's the word they use, man. When we went into that word target, it takes you to the word attack. Why are you targeting if you're not trying to attack? Because you can't not attack if you're trying to if you're targeting. That's an attack, man. That's why it's a synonym to the word target. And when you go into that word attack, what does it say? Attack. Take aggressive action. See, take aggressive action. That lines up with Revelation 12 and 12, right? The war to the inhabitants of the earth. What do the inhabitants of the earth do, right? They feed their minds, right? They complete and stay away from things with by the shape of their mind. You see, you can avoid things if you're in pretty good shape mentally, man. So the devil knows that. He attacks the mind. You see, to keep you asleep on different levels. So they attack you mentally, man. That's why they targeting to start the NBA season right back. That's crazy. That's insane, man. And who's the main? We're gonna go into that. Who's the main people who watch the NBA sports, right? Who's the main? I'm gonna have to find a way to type that in so we can get that result, man. By the Spirit, it says attack, taking aggressive action against a place or enemy forces with weapons or armed force, typically in a battle or war. That only goes down when it's a battle or war. Guess what the scriptures say? 2 Corinthians 10 and 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, right? Through the power, through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to the putting down of strongholds. What is a stronghold? Anything on which one relies of the arguments and reasonings. You see, anything on which one relies, those are strong. Oh, listen, anything on one which relies. Jake was going crazy when the NBA season got canceled, man. People used to the NBA season going on right now. The NBA is supposed to just be kicking off. People used to watching the NBA games on Christmas Day. You see? So that tells you right there, that's it. If they don't want, they know that. People rely on that, man. You know how strange it would be for that to not be going on? So they like, you know what? We just gonna restart the whole season. And we just gonna cut it short by 10 games. Why? Because they're attacking people's minds, man. People gonna clearly see what the devil, if you're not watching basketball during the time when you would usually be watching it, yeah, I'm finna get up, I'm gonna catch the itis, and, we gonna, I'm gonna, we gonna eat all the food, you know what I'm saying? We gonna worship this goddamn satanic tree, and we gonna watch this damn this witchcraft, man, that rocks you to sleep, nigga. I remember when Jake used to be in the world. Most niggas that eat till they get completely stuffed and be on the couch, damn near went to sleep watching the game. You know what I'm saying? Just witchcraft. Like somebody just loads you to sleep, man. With this abominable food. Just, it's crazy, man. But that's going into other things. I just want to stay clear. So it say anything, a stronghold is anything on which one relies of the arguments and reasonings. You see, by which a disputant endeavors to fortify his opinion and defend it against his opponent, meaning to fortify through the idea of holding safely a castle. So it's going into your mind, man, right? Your stance, your belief. You say anything on which one relies. You know, you got many strongholds, really. Look, cast down imaginations. That's what we fighting against, man. Look, a thought. You see? It say, so for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach. You see that? So that's how we fight. Why do they fight like that? Because when we read this, that's what this is saying. That's what this is telling us. Why do they fight like that? Because it said if they have if they're targeting, right, that means they're attacking their enemy with their weapons. But when you actually go into it, it's not physical. It's mental. They use strongholds. They use devices. We went back into that word device, right? We go back into that word device, and then we're going to go ahead and get to the article and move on to the next segment. But when you go into that word device, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, because they're doing it to get an advantage, right? They don't want people looking, thinking about all hell that's breaking loose, because it's going to make people think. Perfect timing to bring this out. This is Ecclesiastes. This is why they got to keep you asleep, man. This is Ecclesiastes 7, and we're going to start at verse 1. It say 2. It is better to go, listen, it is better to go to the house of mourning. What does it mean to mourn? Right? Mourning for the dead, for rites of mourning, lamentation. Pretty much America's mourning right now, you know, and we'll get the regular word for it too, real quick. Salakia. Mourning. The expression of deep sorrow for someone who has died. That's America. It's typically involving following certain conventions, such as wearing black clothes. Look, grief, sorrowing. Let's see. Passion, expression of grief or sorrow. It's a terrible thing what people witnessing their old beloved country going through. You know what Lady Liberty is going through. But look, this is what the Lord says about these things. So when you're in that state, this is what He says. This what the Lord just said. This is how it works, right? Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. You see, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. It says sorrow. What is sorrow? Same thing, right? Anger, vexation, provocation of men, grief. There go grief again. You see, people upset what's going on. They losing their job. The damn NBA done got canceled. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Certain players quit because they don't want to play through all that's going on. Through what's going on. America ended, man. Yahweh Shah getting ready to come back. You say sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. What is your heart? Your heart right here is your mind, man. So people will get smart, right? Through sorrow. If people will just confront, you know what? God is getting ready to punish this place. Damn, I have been wicked. I have been doing wrong. Damn, you guys are the Israelites. Damn, this Bible isn't coming to save everybody. If people would just deal with truth, they would actually get smarter. You see? That's why everybody that's against that, they're stupid. And that's why the NBA is getting ready to restart before the damn year is out. Thus showing you what? 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. And it's an advantage he's going to gain with that. You see, he's going to keep if people become sad, they're going to see, damn, America is in it. Damn, the so-called white man is a devil. Damn, what Max Kellerman said was right. You guys are just playing basketball to distract me, man. But this is not for everybody. It says, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see? And what is a device once again? It says that, a thought. I think it'd be a good idea to start the season back up where, you know, the Israelites, the most entertaining people on the planet Earth, most lively people on the planet Earth, right? So-called blacks and brown people, you know what I'm saying? Black, aka Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. I think it'd be good if they, you know, get back active and, you know, stay in front of people. Keep people, happy. Now, that ain't really what it is. If we don't do that, everyone's gonna see what's going on. They're gonna see this new world order, man. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna see we finna bring this chip. They're gonna see we getting ready to lock this place down and put people in concentration camps. They're gonna see all of these things, man. You should see all of this out of that. That's why I say lest Satan should get an advantage of us. He finna get the head start on people simply by doing this, man. Soon as I seen this, I'm like, prophecy. See, look, NBA looking for pre-Christmas day start. The season just ended like a damn day, like some days ago, man. They about to get this man his fifth ring so he can get, because they're gonna keep people engaged. Damn, LeBron, the way it's going, they know. See, when you go, that's the point of that scripture. When they say right here, because you got to stay in the scriptures, bro. You got to stay in the scriptures. You have to stay in the scriptures, man. This is the only way you're going to understand what you're seeing. Listen, therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, right? These same people, right, that we actually warn against, right? We're going to beat them with our minds. So all we got to do is stay here and keep bringing this out. They doing the same thing. But anyway, for the devils come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time, man. What is short? Look, little, small, few. You see? Of degree or intensity. Light. It's so, like that window is closing. So, and what's his window? This is where we at, man. You got to wake up and smell a coffee, man. You have got to wake up and smell a coffee. 2nd Ezra 6, and we're going to start at, I'm going to start at 6. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 5. And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned. What does that mean, were turned? Before they were sealed, that have gathered faith for a treasure. You see? So the inventions of them that now sin will turn. So they're not working no more. We coming into the times where Esau's device is not working no more. It say, listen, they were turned before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. You see? It was already over with before we actually start waking up. That's why we can wake up now, and you go back and you people can clearly go back now, right now, and go back to 9/11 and see that was all set up, right? What invention caused that? And that was sin. Because they saying God they trust, but they murdered people. You see, so that's a sin. And then what allowed people to believe that didn't really go down like that? The invention of news. You see, so in the the present years were sought out. You see, sought out. You going into stuff, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned before they were sealed. Before they were sealed to have gathered faith for a treasure. So the men and women and children that's in this truth right now, it says, then did I consider these things and make it all the way to the end. It says, and then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. So if we get context, this is going into deeper things, but the whole point is, then answer I and said, what shall be the end? What shall be the parting asunder of the times? You see, one thing's gonna really start to break down. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Asunder. Because that's what this is so beautiful, man. Like, this is all real. This one little piece of news is gonna be the main thing to man, bro. Man. Asunder. It says apart, divided, right? Those, listen, that's crazy. Those, the example is those whom God have joined together, let no man put asunder. So break up into pieces. All right, now let's go back. Let me pull that back up in a second. Let's go back here real quick. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? So the time's going to be broken up, man. Right? You ain't going to be able to make these times feel like the old times. You ain't going to be able to do that. Everything's broken up. Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? What's the first? It's the world we living in right now. It's going to say it. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. That's what this outright represents. So this is why they took your Apocrypha out of our Bibles, man. The Protestant church, right? It say, for Esau is this is what it represented. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. This is what all the holy men were waiting on. This is what all the Israelites were waiting on, right? We all think about it. We're Israelites. So Jacob and Esau was very important to our ancestors. We were not simple people. We know we had the understanding of the Creator, man. Our people they simple. That's why he said, oh, you simple ones, man. You know? But anywho, going back now, man. Go ahead and getting through this. It says, that's what this is pointing to, man. The end of the damn world. So that's what he has a short time on. He has a short time before his world ends. And it's clear. That's why they doing this, man. And how does that world gonna end? Well, they're going into slavery. Most of their people gonna die. And it's gonna be the last time for them to ever be wicked. They're created to be wicked, so they want to be wicked, man. They wanna put you to death, man. They want to put our people to death. You're going to see this in the next segment. Now, we're going to go read a little bit of article and move on. So, whoa, NBA reportedly considering a preseason start for next season. This came out today, October 23rd. Look, Elias Schuster. That's spiritual. That's crazy. You know, that's the way they say Elias, Isaiah in the New Testament. They say Elias. It says Elias. Let's prove it real quick. Just to, be in the spirit. Bear with me. Romans 9 and 27. Look, Isaiah. Who is Isaiah? It's talking about Isaiah. See, a famous Hebrew prophet. It's talking about Isaiah. See, Isaiah equals. But anywho, so this is written by Elias. So it's Elias, Salakia. It says, the beginning of December, the end of December, mid-January, February, and even March, all possible start times for the 2020 NBA season. Now, regardless of them saying that, they saying they want to start this thing right back up. Why? For what? Can we get the reason? This is just one of many major decisions the league will have to make over the next few weeks. They just ended. It says, and according to ESPN, that discussion is in full swing. The NBA's Board of Governors is meeting Friday and is discussing possible changes to plans for 2021 season, including starting starting as quickly as possible. Why? Why, man? Playing fewer than 82 games and not waiting for fans to be permitted to all league arenas. Sources told ESPN. Why? Because they trying to get LeBron. Well, fuck all that. Let me keep it blunt with you. They know, man. They know they have a short time, man. They tell you this right in the scriptures. We got two scriptures. The simple believe. Yep. Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent looketh well to his going. You see, so we don't just believe everything these people say. Just because they say they want to restart as quickly as possible, I'm going to ask you why. A prudent man is going to ask you why. A prudent person is going to ask you why. You see what I'm saying? Look, you got sense. You see? You're crafty. Okay, I hear you saying that you want to restart, but that's unnormal. The players haven't even rested. Why? And then it's a pandemic. This the worst time to be exposed to people. Let y'all tell it. You see? So the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. This clearly pointing to Revelation 12 and 12. The devil know he's finna come down with wrath, because he knows he have but a short time. So he finna get it cracking, man. It's about to go down, man. It says, the prudent man. Yeah, that's what I wanted. This is another one. This is Proverbs 23, 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. You see? A man with sense, man. See? Irawum. That's how you say it. Right? A prudent man, a man with sense that's paying attention. That know we need to be watching the news because it lined up with, damn, that sky could crack open any minute. You will know how close we are depending on what's going on in the times of human existence. And the Lord told us before his return, it was certain things that's going to be going on in the times of human existence. Right? That was going to be signs and indicators that the sky pulsating. You know what I'm saying? As if it was a door and somebody on the other end shaking it. The other side shaking it. That's how it's going to be. A prudent man can see that, though, by the Spirit. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Now where? That's a whole nother thing. But the simple pass on and are punished. You see? You keep living like this ain't a first. This ain't. You tell me another time this happened, man. When it's been riots all over planet Earth, you got niggas putting chips in their hands. You know what I'm saying? You got the people that was put in slavery constantly being killed and not being justified. And the scriptures say that only the certain people that the Lord is dealing with will only get justice from him. You see, it's crazy, man. Need I say more? Okay, it's all type of diseases going on. These niggas letting out. It's fake insects out here. The food is filled with all type of stuff. You got these people breaking their own constitutional amendments. You don't even have the freedom of speech. That's why we on this channel right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't even talk. You know, and that's in the scriptures. Why? Because the devil know he got a short time, man. He finna get it cracking on us. We not finna keep getting away with doing this. We making Esau look like the loser he is, man. Because that's what we were made to do. In fact, let's get something real quick. Let me finish this, and then, Lord willing, if it's by the Spirit, we bring it out. It says, so they not going to wait, including, it says, the NBA boards of governors is meeting Friday and is discussing possible changes to plans for the 2020-21 through 21 season, including starting as quickly as possible. That's Operation Warp Speed. You see? That's all these damn things based around being fast. And the scripture saying the devil got to move fast because he got a short time before Yahweh Shah come and he put his foot so far up his ass, he goes into slavery and perishes forever. You see? It says, including starting as quickly as possible, playing fewer than 82 games, and not waiting for fans to be permitted to all league arenas. Sources told ESPN. This is 100% official. And guess what? It's all during the pandemic. They don't give a two hoots, man. They say as the pandemic continues, the idea of starting the season quickly to stay on somewhat familiar NBA timeline has gained steam. What did we just go into, man? What did we just go into? Why are they doing this? Let me just keep reading, though. It says fans will likely not be allowed inside arenas at full capacity anytime soon. It's the end of all things. That's not coming back. You see? And if it comes back, it's going to be chips at that point. People going to be in the stands with chips in their hands and foreheads, man. But it ain't going to get to that point because all hell is about to break loose, man. Period. The shutdown, this was announced during the unannounced shutdown, which took place today, if you're in Illinois, But anyway, it says, and an early winter start date would allow the NBA to continue to take advantage of the holiday season. To take advantage of the holiday season, which we all know has been a key time frame for the league in years past. See the time frame. He said, "When shall be the parting? When shall be the parting of the times? What shall be?" Oh man, bro, I'm gonna get that last paragraph, and then brothers, sisters, you go look at that on your own, man. This very article. This is what we going into right now. The scriptures are 100% true, man. What did he ask him, man? What did Ezra ask the angel? He said in verse 7, according to what we know today is verse 7, right? He said, it is accounted, Ezra said, the Israelite man said, our ancestor, he said, then answer I, and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? When does the timeline get broken up? When everything's just flowing and it's staying one way? Or when shall be the end of the first? You see? Because the first represents all of the time that's going on. This is powerful. It says, and the beginning of it that followeth, because the earth is not going to end. The world, the way everything is running, the people that's at the top, all that stuff going to change. It's going to reverse, man. That's why the devil is coming down. That's why he keep cracking Jake's head wide open on camera. Don't care. It's going to get worse. He going to kill your babies. He going to try to get you. He want the men of the Lord. He want to try to fight against the creator himself, man. You see, he said he gonna fly up to the heavens and say I'm gonna be like God. He said that's recorded in Isaiah the 14th chapter. You know what I'm saying? You cannot make this up, man. He know the so-called blacks, Hispanics, blacks and brown people, right? So-called blacks and browns when we all brown. He know that we're about to, man. He know, man. He know this is what he know. This is what he knows right here, man. He knows Psalms 149. Let's get it. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song. This the new song, man. This should be music to your ears, man. It says, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. No, everybody. Who is the saints? For those that don't know, Scripture's proving who the saints are according to the Bible. You see? Not according to what man thinks. To gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me. You see? That's us. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Blacks, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. You see? Let's double down real quick. This is Deuteronomy 5, and we're going to start at 1. It says, and Moses called all Israel. No, everybody. All Israel. Moses called all Israel and said unto them, hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears this day, that ye may learn them and keep them and do them. The Lord our God made a covenant with us. So you the saints, man. You know what I'm saying? We the saints, the Israelites, the saints. Now let's go back real quick, man. Hell's we at? I don't even know where we was at. Let me see. We was in Psalms 149. Okay, here we go. Psalms 149 and 1. Sing, praise ye. This what the devil knows, man. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. Because everybody can't listen to this. They can't listen to this. It don't sound good to them. Why? And this is why the devil want to get you. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. You want to, and it's spiritual because we're going into the time of voting for a damn president right now. And who want to keep doing that? The damn niggas, man. The niggas. Israelites that don't know they're Israelites and don't act like it. It says, well, they act like they don't know as well. It says, let Israel rejoice in him that made him, and let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. The meek, not all Israel, the meek. Let the saints, the Israelites, be joyful in glory. You see? Let them sing aloud upon their beds. That's what we're doing right now, man. Let the high praises of the Heavenly Father, of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, man. You think they got away with that shit they did to our ancestors, man? What they doing to us, man? What they've done to us? What they do to us? To execute vengeance upon the heathen. They not nothing, man. They spittle, like the scriptures say. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings. They binded our kings. A lot of those men and women you see in shackles and, man, those was probably literal prisoners back in Israel, man. It says to bind their kings with chains. This is all in the Bible. And their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. And they know this, man. This honor have all his saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites is getting ready to put all these heathens in captivity. Praise ye the Lord, man. And the ultimate one getting ready to come. He the top Israelite, man. He finna come put his foot. He finna put his foot so goddamn far up these people's asses, man. So far. Let me go ahead and get this too, because we're gonna have to cut the other part short. But I ain't tripping, you know. Y'all want to stay, we'll stay on here, man, and just bring it all out, man. You know, this is what they going to say. It says, because the Lord finna come and be that, it's finna go down, man. It's about to go down. We're going to start at Isaiah 2 and 11. And lofty looks, this is what the devil knows, man. This is why he said we're going to do it quickly. We want to do it quickly. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled. Esau want to get his last rocks off. He gets off on that short man syndrome, man. The short man that's in charge. If you go back and watch The Last Dance, they tell you in the with Jordan and them, they tell you in the reason why the Bulls broke up because the GM he had short man syndrome, man. And short men get off when they in power. You see, pushing their weight around. So the lofty, so that's why he finna go hard because he already know he ain't that dude. but he know he got us in captivity. So you think, if I know I'm going down, what they tell you? If I'm going down, I'm taking somebody with me. He about to put hella people to death, man. He about to just go. He know this. He ain't gonna tell you though. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled. The haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. He want to be like God though. For the day of the Lord, because he can boss grown 6, 8, 7 foot men around. Who the Israelites on top of that. Like they nothing. Little short men that control these niggas with paper. I mean paper, green paper. That's not worth anything, man. You can't do anything with that paper. It has no value, man. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty. They read this, man. They didn't write this book. And upon everyone that is lifted up. You see? And he shall be brought low. That's him. Who's on the top? Who has Trump Tower? Who owns the Trump Tower, man? It says, and upon all the cedars, that's a tree, you see? And upon all the cedars of Lebanon. What just happened to Lebanon, man? That shit exploded, and a damn woman was in a dress like the Lord said they would be in the last days, getting married, trying to get married. Almost got blew to smithereens, man. It's saying upon all the cedars of Lebanon, right? The high trees. Trees represent men. A cedar is one of the strongest, tallest trees on the earth, if I'm not mistaken. It says that are high and lifted up, and all the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the oaks of Bashan, right? Another powerful tree, not just any old trees, because you're a tree, I'm a tree, but powerful trees, man. It says, and upon all the high mountains, right? That's a big, you know how powerful that's a government, man. His shit is finna crash, bro. Everything is going down. That's what this article should show you, man. And that's what the next segment is going into. It says, and upon all the high mountains and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower and upon every fence wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish. That's Spain. And and that's Spain, man. You think the Spaniards got away with that? Who is the Spaniards? So-called white people, man. And upon all the pleasant pictures, and the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of man shall be made low, and the Lord shall be exalted in that day. And listen, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. Listen, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth. You see? To shake terribly the earth. He's coming back. They know this, man. The creator, the so-called white man, I hate to burst your bubble. He did not put air here, man. He did not put the clouds here. He did not put trees here, man. A creator did it, man. And you go get your chance to meet him. And his pale red ass is about to meet him. You see? Yahushua told him when he was on the cross, he said, you ain't got no power unless my father gave it to you, man. You ain't nothing. I'm not even finna argue with you. Do what you gotta do, bro. I'll be back. When he arises to shake terribly the earth, and they found out he was the son of the creator when he died, man. Because it was all type of paranormal activity that took place, man. Paranormal activities. The damn pilot's wife was having crazy dreams all day. All day. It's in the scriptures, man. So they had to be on that level if they talked about in the scriptures. She told Pilate, don't have you nothing to do with this man. I've been having crazy dreams because of him. It ain't even right what she was having. That's just what they accounted. That's what she said, man. What they going to do? Put him to death? Who put him to death? The so-called white man. Who delivered him up and turned on him? So-called niggas. You damn the so-called blacks. And there was some Hispanics and Native American Indians left over there as well, man. Balance. Everybody wasn't over here. Majority was. But all was not. When he ariseth to shake terribly the earth, and that day a man shall cast his idols of silver, and his idols of gold, which they made, each one of them for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the ragged rocks for the fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth, man. Cease ye from a man whose breath is in his nostrils. For wherein is he to be accounted of, man. Hey, man, you better wake up. You better wake up. And you need to start asking, why these people doing the shit they doing? Why is this stuff really going down? Is this, do I really, the Lord said, examine ye and see if you in the faith, man. Do you even know what the hell is really going on? Do you even know why we doing it, why we're on here right now? You're supposed to understand these things full force, man. Why everything's shutting down? You know what I'm saying? Why is all this death and murder? Why ain't nobody happy? Why all these celebrities keep complaining? Why celebrities telling you we the children of Israel? Why they talking about the children of Israel, whether or not so-called blacks are the children of Israel on ESPN? Why are all these things happening in the year 2020? You see what I'm saying? That's what you want to be considering. Because these people know. He know, but most of our people don't. So he finna get off, man. It's finna go down. So I'm going to let y'all go ahead and y'all can look this up on your own. Maybe we could talk about it another time. And we're going to move on to the next segment. All right. So we can go all day on this. Okay, so the next segment is the election. Close this out. You know? Hope that, you know, it was edifying. So Trump, next segment, the election. This is the final debate that took place yesterday, man. The debate goes, the election goes down in 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, actually. All hell is possibly about to break loose. So you know what? It's funny that they starting to shut all the businesses down. Because of the pandemic. No, because if everybody is active, right? Matter of fact, if everybody's at home and it's not as many people at restaurants and no one's out eating, when they say who the next president is, and it possibly cause all hell to break loose, it'll be more in a control. It'll be more controlled. You see, the devil know he does. He's 10 steps ahead, man. His weapons of war is in his mind too. Yeah, he bring forth missiles and all that, but that's starting in his head. But that's what this debate was going into. Pretty much it's a covering, and I tried to play on the word covering, like, because they covered Israel. They covered Yasha Allah. They covered the so-called vaccine shot, right? They covered all these things, but it was actually just another cover, right, over the truth, over the real. Because they asked, so what if elected as president, what could you bring to the people? And what are you for? What do you stand for? But they never tell you the real. They never tell us the real, man. And we got some of the real. We're gonna go into it. We'll be here all night if we was gonna go into it all. But let me turn the screen up. So Trump and Biden offer sharply different visions. That's spiritual. So that's a lie right there. Because that's what I was saying earlier. Even though it's two people up there, they want the same thing. And really, their visions don't even matter. Habakkuk 2, and we're going to start at 2. So, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain. What is the vision? In night. What do they show you, man? They show you the doomsday clock. And the scriptures is a theme known as, like right now we're in the nighttime, right? Because, and how do you know it's the night? Simply, when it's dark, right? Well, you got this thing in the scriptures that tell you this real quick. That's Isaiah. They tell you in Psalms, you know. Darkness. See, the way of the wicked is as darkness. Proverbs 4:19. They know not at what they stumble. What does stumble mean? You see? Let's see. To cause to stumble, bring injury or ruin to. You see? They finna actually mess everything up. Because with them bringing forth darkness, it's dark for them too. So if I cut the lights on, I can't see nothing. I might trip over so everybody else can trip. I might trip over something as well. This is how stupid the devil is. Hey, they say snakes so stupid, they bite themselves. You know? Snakes, I heard that. Snakes bite themselves. It says, whoso, let me see. Ecclesiastes 2:13. Then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly. See, wisdom excelleth folly as far as light excelleth darkness. So that's the somewhat of the theme right there. We represent the light. They represent the darkness. So when it's time for us to rule, it's going to be known as morning. That's why they tell you doomsday is getting ready to happen when the clock hits midnight. When midnight hits, it's technically, according to them, right? What? The next day. You see? They got one day, we got the next day. So it's the same exact continuous theme. Once midnight hit, they basically telling you they shit is over with and they gonna lose it. But I want to get my scriptures real quick that I'm actually talking about. Let's see. It's in Isaiah. Yeah, it's a continuous theme, man. It's a continuous theme. I just want to get this specific one. Isaiah 60:2. It's it. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Why? Because who rules the earth right now? And gross darkness, the people. Darkness represents what? You see, a cloud. That's a covering. Because he said he uses the clouds to cover as garments. And your garments is what? Covering. You see? So it says, that's in the scriptures. You can look it up. It says, we'd be here all day if I was trying to go into all that. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and the gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee. What does he represent? Light. His clothes is likened unto light. And and when you're light, you're enlightened. You have understanding. You can see what's going on when you have light. So we're light. And that's why he take us off the internet. You see what I'm saying? That's why he takes us off the internet. Because we're ending in darkness. That's how you know it's almost daytime, man. What happens when a goddamn vampire when the sun comes up? His ass, he's finished. You see? And his glory shall be seen upon thee. You see? Now, okay, so they said they was talking about the two visions, right? Habakkuk 2:2. So the vision, when you go into the word vision, it says in night. That's spiritual. So like it. For the vision, so like in the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. So it's one vision. So it ain't two visions, man. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak. See, not because you probably got the question, well, what is it? He said at the end it shall speak and not lie. Clearly the so-called white man's rulership is over with. Clearly the so-called blacks and so-called brown people are clearly somebody important. And you're going to learn this when we finish this segment up. Throw it, Terry. Wait for it. Because we waiting for you just got to wait. Be patient, man. You know? Because it will surely come and will not tarry. Like when you at a wedding. It's the most drawn out thing. They got to walk the bride in all slowly. She got to have her routine down. You got people standing there crying. It's all dramatic. You see what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. Because you know the scriptures talk about the marriage, which is when Israel is put back with the father, which is likened unto the wife with the husband. Israel is the wife. Yahweh Shah is the husband. It's really Yahweh, but he's representing Yahweh. Yahweh is really Yahweh Shah is just representing Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's doing. But anyway, going back to this. So Trump and Biden offer sharply different visions. Lie to tackle COVID and final TV debate. Now, I guess we can get this because we can close out on this article, so we won't even keep this going any longer. Let's see. Revelation, I believe that's 17 and 1 second. Let's see. Nah, it's actually, you know what? I believe it's 13. Speak like a. Give me 1 second, and we finna close out in a second. You know, but hey, this is it, man. The internet gonna get cut off too. Don't think you're gonna be able to be on here forever. Don't think that, so take advantage. Yeah, it's 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns. See, two. What does horns represent? It represent kings. That's what horns represent. Kings. Right? The scriptures tell you that. And what's another word for a king? A president. This is Revelation 17, and we're gonna start at. Nah, we can get this one. It's all good. 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings. So horns represent kings. You know, and I'm gonna show you real quick. God damn, let me think. Ecclesiastes 8, and we're gonna start at 3. It might be 4. Yep, it's 4. Where the word of a king is, there is power. You see? So if a person that word that has a powerful word, it can move something. Yo, he put the word in, dude they murked him. You see? So where the word of a king is, there is power. So if that person would be likened unto a king, man. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? So these men that you see, they're kings. You see what I'm saying? They represent 2 kings. But the tricky thing about it, which is why this is written, 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up. See, one beast. Look, it's one right now. A beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns. So it was 2 men. That's why he's likened unto a beast. Because a beast, we used to keep it simple. It says, and he had 2 horns. So he had 2 horns. Like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. So pretty much what this is going back to, because it's really the breakdown of how it goes. You back in Rome, because this is Rome all over again. Rome is where you get this whole idea that you see in front of you. Rome started this. You had one side that represent what we know today now as the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. When you go back to Rome, you do the history on Rome, that actually stems from this thing known as the patricians versus the plebeians. The plebeians were the poor, like the Democrats represent the poor, and the patricians was the wealthy, right? Patricians going into the Greek word patris, which stands for fathers. Thus showing you the thing that you hear about today. All the presidents are related. Everybody, his family owns the bit. That's true, because the patris was 300 fathers, 300 rich families, and everything stayed within those bloodlines. And if this is Rome today, that's why it makes sense how you would have that still being talked about. The 13 Bloodlines is a book you can look up. The 13 Bloodlines. But nonetheless, just like today, they all wanted the same thing. The people the damn republic, the republic, back then I'll just stick with that sense as we talking about that. The patricians would get the plebeians what they want because they represented the people. So it was they know it's the people, like people say today, the power is with the people because it's more us than them, as they say, right? So they would fake get the people what they want, but it will still get the patricians what they want because they only giving them options of what they will even consider, and people just pick from that. You see? So that's why I says right here, the two horns. Revelation 13 and 11. I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns, like a lamb. Because lambs have horns on their head, right? So it looked like a lamb though, right? Yahushua told us about this. Those that come unto you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves, right? So it says, and he had two horns like a lamb, right? So he looked like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. You see? Listen, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. What beast? It's talking about Rome. So now we're talking about America, man. And we're talking about Rome in the next scripture. And causes all the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. You're worshiping Rome all over. And you really worshiping Greek. That's why niggas go in the locker rooms at Planet Fitness, Bally Total Fitness, Export Fitness, and niggas be in women too. They be in the locker rooms ass naked. That comes from the Greeks. Rome conquered Greek and they took all their customs like America do. When they conquer you so-called Negroes, blacks, and Hispanics and Native American Indians, they took all our customs. That's what they do. Like right here. I'll show you a perfect example. You cannot make it up, man. You see? What's that? This is when the so-called Negroes, right, and probably some Hispanics that was left, majority so-called, who today are so-called Negroes, same people, but majority so-called Negroes, probably some Hispanics and Native American Indians. This is when they were last living in Jerusalem, and before it was, but this is after it was sacked. And what did the people that sacked it do? They took all their customs. You see? Because right here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7-inch menorah, right? These so-called white people today, right? You see? Look, they caught red-handed. They steal every damn thing, man. That's what they've been doing. The Lord said, by their fruit you shall know them, man. But today you have the same people who took it over. They don't keep everything the same. They just take shit and bend it. Now, when you look at a so-called menorah today, how many things you see on it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That's a 9-stick menorah. A menorah, according to the scriptures, is only supposed to be 7 sticks. So when you see these damn people with these 9-stick menorahs, 4 on each side and 1 in the middle that's 9, you know, according to the scriptures, these people the goddamn devil, man. You know, they tell you right here how many candlesticks menorah is supposed to have, and this is just for edification's sake. We're gonna get back to the point. See, and I turned to see verse 12, Revelation 1 and 12, and I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. It's talking about a menorah, man. You see a lampstand. This is talking about a menorah, bro. So menorah, which I'm sure you can receive it, but just to prove it, they're gonna pull up a goddamn lamp, man. Let's see. See if they give it to us off of this. Let's put it like this. Salaki. Candlestick in the Bible. Because remember, spake as till they dress up a certain way, but when you actually listen to them, that's how you know who they are. See, menorah. See that? It's right there, man. You know, you can go look this up yourself. The Lord said you prove a matter by 2 or 3 witnesses, man. And there go the Ark of the Titus. So when they got it, it was 7. And now when they left, now that they got it, it's a goddamn 9 stick candlestick. Jewish people on Hanukkah, right? Oh man, look. What's that? See, there's 9 of them. Esau, damn thief, man. How did he get a hold to this? How these people get a hold to this? You just seen how, man. You just seen how. This how. That's how, man. This because his ancestors put that work in, man. Being the damn thieves, they always been. You know? So they appear like they the Jews, but when you actually deal with them, they go to break stuff down, they reveal who they are, man. The Lord said, by their fruit you shall know them, man. You know? So you know if a man is truly a man of the Lord, if he lining up with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So that's one right here. Matthew 7:5. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You see? A good tree, verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Verse 20, wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Yahushua said that out of his own mouth, man. You know? Quote to Yahushua. So I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns, 2 kings, right? 2 men that have power in their words, right? They can make orders and make things happen, right? Like a lamb, so he looked like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. You see? And they just do everything Rome did, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them that dwelleth therein to worship the first beast. If you worship America, you really worship Rome. If you worship in Rome, you really worship in Greek, because they took it over. And you worshiping all the stuff that the Edomites have stolen. That's why you got a little bit of Judaism, so-called Christian, all of this crap, man. Greek mythology, Greek yogurt. You can go buy Greek yogurt. Why? You see? Why? A prudent man look well to his going. So we're in the end, man. So it says therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Why? Because they brought him back. They brought the philosophy back, man. Now, getting to the article, we're just gonna cover the shot a little bit, which we've been covering. It ain't nothing too deep, and then we're gonna get the how they want y'all, man. They want us. So Trump and Biden offer sharply different visions, blasphemy according to what we just read, to tackle COVID in final TV. Because how those 2 horns are on the same animal. You see that? It's the same animal. And when you actually listen to both of them, they're not really a lamb. They are 2 horns that are on an animal, the same animal, listen, that actually appears like a lamb. So they got the suit on, they shake hands, they kiss babies, right? They got the appearance of a lamb, right? But when they actually speak, goddamn dragon. What color is dragons painted? You see? You can't make this up. All the presidents have been Edomites, you know? And technically, Barack Obama, he was a Hamite, But his mother is an Edomite, man. So he's still a heathen. That's how clever, that is how crafty and the depths, the distances the devil will go, man. That's not a Jake. He's not a Jake. Michelle Obama is a Jake. Barack Obama is a damn heathen. He's a Hamite, man. All right. So look, this is what they went in. The pair clash on race, finances, and family entanglements. Why are you talking about race? So let's see. So it says, we're just going to hit the points and we're going to close out. It says, to shift the dynamics of a race that increasingly favors his Democratic opponent with less than 2 weeks until Election Day, because the number one consumers on the planet Earth are so-called blacks, Negroes, Native American Indians, and Hispanics. Who are the people that's all, who pushed vote or die? Who started that? You see what I'm saying? Ice Cube is pushing to work with Trump right now because he found out supposedly Biden want to raise taxes. Like any of that stuff is like, it's just crazy how our people just lost in this stuff. It says, either way, you in slavery, man. It says, let's see. The evening in Nashville began relatively. She's just going over what happened in the debate. You can go back and watch the debate. It happened yesterday, right? Yesterday night. It says, or the night before yesterday. It says yesterday night. It says the evening in Nashville began relatively calmly with the rivals, not really rivals. They stand for the same thing. Remember, 2 horns on the same animal, man. So it's a lie. It's a send-off, man. They want the same thing. White supremacy. It don't matter who wins, because both are still going to push white supremacy, Edomite supremacy, man. Because there's no such thing as no white person, man. White. How you appearing to be nice, but when you speak, folly come out. You're not white. What are you talking about, man? Black. Brown. Like everybody just Crayola crayons and shit, man. Anyway, it say Salaki. It say, with the rivals making their closer arguments to the nation and amid a pandemic that has killed more than 220,000 Americans and infected millions more, including the president, lies, in part due to the pandemic, more than 40 million Americans have already cast their ballot, shattering records and leaving Trump an increasingly narrow window to reset the debate. So you got to get in the spirit of this too, because people really hooked in this stuff. And if it don't, we're in the times where if it don't go people's ways, that's written about. People about to go ape crap, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's about to happen. They did not make those purge movies for no reason, man. All those purges are targeting Jake. The last one, I believe, election year, man. They want you. What is a purge? When you go look the word purge up, it's getting rid of somebody or people unwanted. Who's the people unwanted? We're going to get it real quick. According to the Bible. According to the Most High. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather ye yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation, not desired. You see, who is that nation? It's talking about Israel, man. Nobody likes Jake, man. You know, openly. It's with them being them, right? On average, we'll say. That's why the Lord said, by whom shall I comfort thee? Because one of the curses, everybody, us being a proverb, a byword, and a hissing. You see, Isaiah 51:19. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? Who is the thee? You see, thy sons have fainted. They lie hid at all of the streets. It's so-called Edomites in the streets, man. No, you just see Hispanic, so-called blacks and Negroes and Native American Indians in the streets, man. And they all get mixed up with each other because we all look alike. You think a so-called Negro, right? According to the title you want to put on who you will say to be a Negro, and he is so-called Native American Indian. Kyrie, Carmelo, he's a so-called Hispanic. Come on, man, you can't make this up. It says, thy sons have fainted daylight head at all of the streets as a wild bull. What do they say in Philly? What Meek Mill and them say? My young what? You see, as a wild bull. Our men are in the streets as young bulls, man, as wild bulls in a net. What's a net, man? The traps of Esau, man. His words, his paddy wagons, his police departments. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. You see? This is a scripture I was looking. I think this is a scripture I was looking for. Nah, that ain't even it, but it's all good. So yeah, it's talking about Israel, man. You see, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord Yahweh the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup, the trembling, and wrung them out. There was none to guide her among all the sons who she had brought up, neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she brought up. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction and the famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? Why he saying that? Because everybody against us, man. You see? So when you look up the word purge, it means you getting rid of a person, a people that's not desired. Since I said, you know, and you're here, this is always, even if you notice, what does purge mean? It's always good to go back over these things, man, so you can stay in the reality of the matter, man. Remind ourselves of the reality of the matter. What is a purge, right? It's a rid someone or something of an unwanted quality, condition, or feeling. No. Remove a group of people considered undesirable from an organization or place in an abrupt or violent way. They want to get rid of us, man. You can go all the way back to Exodus chapter 2 and read about that. The thing that has been is that which shall be, man. There's no new thing under the sun. So Trump complained to play the severity of the public health crisis, which we'll get real quick. See if I got it. Matter of fact, I'm going to come. See if it come up. Salaki. See, election day. Now, this tough right here. Donald Trump announces Sudan. Salaki, give me 1 second. Donald Trump announces Sudan. Remember that. Donald Trump announces Sudan. But I just want to get this so we can move on real quick. FDA, what is it? Zeneca. I think that's what it is. Yeah, here it is. There we go. See, FDA will let U.S. trials of, this another one, AstraZeneca and Oxford's coronavirus vaccine resume as reports emerge that it works. You see? So they already pushing this. They got the vaccines on deck, man. People getting ready to take them, get sick as hell. It's going to be bad. And they're going to put it, when the people actually start getting sick, they're not going to report because they've been taking the vaccines. They're going to report that it's the coronavirus. That's what's going to happen, man. You can go look this article up yourself. We're not going to go into it. I'm going to get a little bit of this because I did read these. I'll get what I got. So it says, FDA regulator said on Friday that AstraZeneca can resume the U.S. arm of its trials of Oxford University's corona vaccine, right? The FDA went into it. Go watch the previous, but they basically confirmed whether or not a product is deemed okay for consumption. You can't be inside of a store if you haven't went through the FDA. And if you have and they find out about it, that's when the companies disappear because the FDA cracked down on them because they was pushing holistic remedies. And then it's illegal to say it's secure. They don't deal with that. The FDA is actually they actually deal with chemicals. So all of the products approved by the FDA, they probably got some badass chemical in it, even if it's a so-called medicine, right? Even if it's so-called natural. This is the world we living in, bro. We're in our slavery. The Lord got us, man. You see? He got us back. But now he's showing us how to at least maneuver around this place. But anyway, with this truth, it says a University of Bristol study found that the vaccine triggers the production of thousands of coronavirus spike proteins in human cells in the lab. You see, so they took like a coronavirus or a cell that they put the coronavirus in, right? The so-called virus, and they got it to react, and it created tons more of coronaviruses or whatever. So I guess that's how they said it. I don't know, but that's just how I understand it, right? It's a good sign the vaccine will do the same for human recipients. So they want to create that effect of you. So they can actually just put the disease in you and make it spread. Because that's what it sounds like. They found out a way to trigger this thing in a way it will spread. But I guess they trying to say it like as if we're going to send a bunch of fighting proteins and it's going to spread throughout the body and kill the so-called imaginary virus that's not really in your body. But really, it's just going to spread the coronavirus through your shit and you're going to die. And I got an article real quick. It says it is a good sign the vaccine will do the same for human recipients, but that won't be proven until AstraZeneca has the results of its phase 3 trials. You see? So it says trials were paused internationally on September 8th after AstraZeneca initially reported an unexplained illness in a UK trial participant. Oh my goodness. This is later the firm revealed the person has suffered a rare and severe spinal complication known as transverse myelitis. So these people just the damn devil, man. You know, they're just the devil. So it said at the bottom, U.S. regulator said on Wednesday that AstraZeneca can resume the U.S. arm of its trials of Oxford University's coronavirus vaccine, according to documents obtained by the Wall Street Journal. So this is real, man. All right. Now let me go ahead and go back to the previous article. Oh, Trump. Sudan. Remember, this is the way we fight. This is our war, man. You know? Because after this, you are to meditate. Like, man, the damn NBA, this goddamn fake ass election, all hell finna break loose. They made a movie about the purge. When we look up a purge, they're actually talking about getting rid of people in a violent way that's unwanted. You read the scriptures and say the Israelites who we believe and understand and know and prove and can prove and everybody knows we are to be. It says we're actually the people unwanted and undesired. So we prepare for war, man. Prepare for war. You're preparing your mind now. They want your kids, man. They want your little sister. They want your niece. They want your grandma. They want your uncle. They want your grandpa. They want your mama, your daddy. They want everybody, man. You know? That's the real. So we're going to go into this a little bit. I'm going to leave this part out. I'm going to jump to the black and brown shit. The Israel part. This is everything they covered. So here we go. Birth candidates were asked to speak directly to the black and brown Americans. Who are the black and brown Americans and why are they so important? About racism in American. Typo. Biden said plainly that institutional racism exists and that combating racial inequality will be a priority of his administration. My nigga, we've been here 500 years, bro. Our people was here before 500 years. Actually, the Southern Kingdom been in here for over 500 years. And you talking about some over 400 years. You talking, well, no, probably 500 years at this point. We ain't getting no justice from y'all, man. So that's blasphemy again. According to Isaiah 45 and 25, man. Trump ignoring the prompt assailed his opponent and then claimed once again that he had done more for African Americans. So there go your brown and black people, right? Obviously, African Americans would be the so-called black people, and browns would be Hispanics and Native American Indians. It says, when we all brown, it says again that he had done more for African Americans than any president since Abraham Lincoln. It says, scoffing at the notion that Trump would liken himself to Lincoln, Biden said Trump and Lincoln were none neither. But Biden said Trump was one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history. So the distances the devil go. And this is another sign pointing to the end of their kingdom. It tell you if Satan be divided against Satan, how shall his kingdom fall, man? Salaki, how shall his kingdom stand? It's going to fall, right? It says, and pours fuel on every single racist fire. Oh my goodness, these dang poor Edomites, man. All right, let's see. So it says the reason why they talk because they trying to get the so-called Hispanics, the 2/3 to take the vaccine and the chip ultimately, which is the mark of the beast. It says this time each candidate had his microphone muted while his rival delivered a 2-minute response to each of the 6 predetermined debates, which included fighting COVID-19, American families, but they singled out blacks and browns. Why are we so important? Why is Hispanics and Native American Indians and so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so important? Race in America, which was, once again, we was the face of, climate change, national security, and leadership. Want to know why? Got it right here. Donald Trump, this came out today. Donald Trump announcing Sudan will become latest country to recognize Israel and removes it from list of state sponsors of terrorism and in return calling it a huge win for peace. Isaiah 57 and 21. There is no peace, saith my God, to the wicked. You see? Verse 20. But the wicked are like the troubled sea, when they cannot rest. You see? But the wicked are like the troubled sea. So it's like when you got a sea storm, you go watch old movies that was like dealing with boats and sea storms and stuff like that. It can't settle. It just be all over the place. It can't settle. You see? But the wicked are like the troubled sea, when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire, that's dirt, and dirt. You see? There is no peace, saith my God, to the wicked. When they look at you, they see the end. So it's ironic that he does this, a couple days later. And you got this fake Jew at the bottom. Look, this is one of the great days in the history of the Sudan, Trump said, adding that Israel and Sudan have been in a state of war for decades. But they said, it's not going to be peace here until, see? Who is that, man? Fucking him. See? Ain't no peace over there. Ain't going to be no peace over there because y'all not the real people, man. They say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, man. So they trying to keep people. If peace is really being put in the East, why the hell is it y'all getting ready to go to World War III? When the Lord said, when the Israelites return, no one shall learn war anymore, man. Let me see if I can get that and we close out with that. Once again, another cover-up. See? Isaiah 2 and 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. You see? That's talking about all Israel. But anyway, and it shall come to pass that in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established. That's talking about the government. The new government is coming to the earth. That's why you got to take this serious and learn the conduct of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah so you can give it out. And you got to overcome, because the Lord said, he that overcome, he's going to give power over the nations. This is why these people get so mad at us, man. Go read Revelation 2 and 26. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established. Matter of fact, I just got to get it, man. I got to get it real quick. You know, Isaiah 9 and 11. I believe that is. Matter of fact, yep, here it is. We're going to start with verse 12. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. You see? Because when Yahweh shall come, he's bringing that's the new world order, man. The Jake world order, as brothers say. And his name shall be called Wonderful, the Counsel, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. See, that's the only time it's going to be peace, until this child comes with that government on his shoulder. That child's going to come back as a young man, and that's when he's going to bring, because aren't we the children of Israel, and we're whole adults? You see what I'm saying? So when Yahweh shall come back, that's when he's going to come with the government on his shoulder. Until that happens, there is no peace, because he's the prince of it. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. You see? So that ain't happened yet, man. So those are not the Israelites. How do we know? It's going to tell us. And upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever, like the kingdom. The zeal of the Lord Yahweh of hosts will perform this. You see, this is all dealing with Israel. The Lord sent the word unto Jacob, and it lighted upon Israel. Now, going back to Isaiah 2 and 1, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established. He's not bringing the government until the last days are completed. That's why they want to go crazy, man. It says in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted. He gonna put our mountain, our government is gonna be on top of the mountains. Can you imagine a mountain on top of the highest mountain? Because he said the Lord going to be exalted in that day. Exalted mean up. See, it said, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Where do you go to get your benefits and your taxes? To the government, right? It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go to the mountain of the Lord. You see? To the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways. See, that's when the heathens going to get a chance to learn. They're going to learn through us. They're going to learn through us, through the men. We're going to have slaves. The women going to have slaves. Your kids going to have slaves. They're going to learn everything through you, man. Just how they got to go. We got to go to Harvard. We got to go to all these colleges and learn from them. Your teacher be your aide sometimes, man. But she a heathen, ruling over you. She teaching you like we just came out of slavery once again. And we will walk in his paths, because the old way going to be done away with. Esau, his people not going to be taking witchcraft. Ain't going to be no more Walgreens. It's not going to be none of that shit. It's going to be herbs, man. We're going to have the real knowledge. You're going to have real gold, real jewels, real gemstones. You're going to have real frankincense and myrrh, real smell goods, real soap. You're going to have real water, real fruit. You're going to have all these things, man. Because the government give you bullshit. You go get food stamps to get fake food. You know what I'm saying? You go to the government to get a goddamn loan to learn. That's crazy. To pay it back triple, probably quadruple if you take too long. That's going to be done away with. That government is finished. That's why y'all finna come back pissed, man. Because our people, his people, subject to that shit. He was subject to that when he was living. Yahushua paid taxes when he was living, bro. For out of Zion shall go forth the law. You see? For out of Zion shall go forth the law. What's another word for law? Government. So the 144,000 men will be the governors, man. We're gonna be we're gonna be better than the elites. Like how you got the elite bankers calling all this. That's gonna be the elect, the elect men, the 144,000 top elect men. But all Israel gonna be over everybody. The lowest Israelite is gonna be, it's gonna be unfathomable to your richest man on this side, man. The Lord gonna open everything up when he come back, man. And that's why they finna go ape shit, man. They want to travel to the next planets. They want to live on Mars. We gonna be able to do all that. So since he's not, he gonna go crazy like a little kid. Like when Esau cried when he lost the blessing. You see? For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke and many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. It's not going to be China versus Russia no more. You see? North Korea versus Iran. It's not going to be none of that. It says, neither shall they learn war anymore. You see, O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord. You see? Therefore, thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they themselves and the children of strangers. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, that's all that, man. If now my whole point of saying that should show you right there that this a lie. Donald Trump announced the Sudan will become latest country to recognize Israel, and that's not Israel, man. And this happens right after they had a debate. The final debate of 2020 was about us, so-called black and brown people, and the things these niggas know, man. But the last thing, but not least, just in case you thought this was going to end like, no. This was getting ready to come right here. Oh, man. Oh, they wild. Oh, man. I'm sure y'all seen that. 500,000 deaths. It said over 500,000 deaths is expected. I'm going to do a lesson on it. This is what they planning. And you're going to get it through this right here. This is my last article. We can close this out. Advanced ERA. Level 6 plus armor among the new survivability solutions. What is this for? You can't listen. You can't travel over the seas to go fight Russia with this. So what is this for? This shit finna be through the cities. That's what you gotta realize. Stuff don't make sense. You can't drive to Russia with this. You see? This came out a day ago. It say with new survivability solutions, including advanced ER against kinetic and chemical energy threats, passive armor stopping threats beyond the medium caliber level. It says passive armor stopping threats beyond the medium caliber level, and blast protection from mines, IEDs. Plasma expertise become essential for combat vehicle. Because it's about to go down out here, man. You cannot drive to China to go fight Russia with this, man. You cannot drive to go fight China with this. You're not driving to go. That's not what this is for. This is for your own country. And they're not driving over here. Nobody's about to drive over here and get off planes and get to fighting. That's not how that's going to go down, man. Not here. This place is going to get hit with nukes. So why do America need these? You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that just came out. You know, Poseidon expertise become essential for combat vehicle manufacturers. Manufacturers producing efficient designs of next generation platforms such as optionally manned fighting vehicles. The post-advanced ER level armor among the new survivability solutions from Pleasant appeared on Defense. Let's get that word for Pleasant real quick, and then I'm gonna shut this down, man. Let's see something real quick. So this is the real. They preparing behind scenes, right? But here it is. They talking about some, yeah, this and that, and no, man. What's up with this? Why they not talking about this? What is this for? They'll no longer expect total battle space dominance, but lessons learned from the hybrid warfare they fought decades ago. And even if this is another from another country, right? They sell each other Salaki. They sell each other artillery. They tell you that in the scriptures. Look, far-reaching changes are evolving. The ability to strike targets from afar precisely using fires over an extended range or remotely control autonomous systems that engage the enemy without risking the humans. That don't even make... But what is a purge? That's the enemy. See how this is full circle now? For your enemy, man. The Lord said we're gonna be sold to our enemies. So if he our enemy, we're his enemy. Still, also the enemy also possesses such capability. Survivability becomes as essential as firepower, enabling your forces to remain effective, maneuver to win the fight. So this is just new equipment that just dropped. Why does this equipment dropping, man? There go Esau, man. There go Esau. So you can go look this up on your own, man. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. We've been going for a little minute now. I didn't even think this was going to go this long, but it's all good. You see, Pleasant, global leader in vehicle protection. So America's bought this. You look, Pleasant, North America. What is this? Look, Pleasant is an Israeli-based vehicle manufacturer. Who's funding everything? Who funded the slave trade, man? The fake Jews. And here they are again. They finna fund the goddamn second. They're finna fund this, man. This is what they about to fund. It's right here. They know what's going. They know what's up, man. They know what's up. They know the men of the Lord about to get the spiritual power. They know all this, man. That tank probably for us, you know. Anyway, so woe be unto thee and Asia, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. All that's in the region of Israel, man. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. We're gonna get that spiritual power. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Maybe they be preparing because they really know we're gonna get that power. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion? Who is likened unto lions? Who are we waiting to rouse up, man? Who are we waiting to be roused up? Judah, man. You see? And who's the ultimate lion? Yahushua. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may one quench the fire and stubble? And what is he making his ministers a flaming fire? That's talking about the angels, man. You know, but then on the lower level, you got these fires that's breaking out across America. They can't even stop. So how the hell they going to stop us if we get some spiritual power and the angels led by Maya Ka'ala, topped by Yahushua, is going to come, man. It says, when it had begun to burn. You see? May any turn away the arrow of a shot. May anyone turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer, and that's talking about a missile. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? You see? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? That's likened unto the men of the Lord. The chariots, they coming, they finna burn shit up. Yahweh shall already said he finna come set this mug on fire. He already said that in Luke. This is gonna be my last scripture, Lord willing. I'm about to close out. Luke 12 and 49. So everything is penning. They finna restart the season. You know what I'm saying? To keep Jake asleep. It's showing you the end is here. The debate was completely about Jake, Israel. They talking about this peace, and they trying to get everybody still focused to really think that Israel is the Israel of the Bible, right? The Israel you know today is the Israel of the Bible. No, that's not. When you hear Israel, you're supposed to think of the Israelites. No one does, right? The purge, the election year, the election is in 2 weeks. All hell probably finna break loose. They just did the shutdown today, right? To keep things in order if it does, because there won't be that many people out in 2 weeks. Because no one can go in the restaurants. I know, because I was just out today. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this shit. You got the real. These niggas got fucking next level armor trucks that you drive and gas up. That has nothing to do with international battle. That's in your city, in your country, man. Why? For who? They said they trying to keep it away from humans, but towards the enemy. So who would the enemy be? It would have to be men that get power. That shit is crazy. It lined completely up. So this is Luke 12 and 49, and Yahushua and the angels coming with fire. I am come to send fire on the earth. That's red letters, man. And what will I, if it be kindled, if it be already kindled, man? You go look up real quick. You go look this up. You know what I'm saying? In the CSB translation. Matter of fact, the NLT translation. Yahweh Shah said that. He said it, but he not only said it, he said it a certain way. And we're going to leave with this. Lord willing, this has been edifying. Luke 12 and 49. And it reads, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I, if it already be kindled? Let's break it down. NLT. I am come to set the world. See, that's better said. The world, Esau's world. I am come to set the world on fire. And I wish it were already burning. You know what I'm saying? So that fire, man. You know, you can't stop that fire when it's already kindled. So they already know they got these trucks that's fireproof and bulletproof and above the mid-level capability and all this other crap. Man, it's gonna finna go down, man. And then the brother GMS Custodes, I got this from him. This is Luke 12 and 49. He put me on this. The CSB translation, this particular one. I came to burn. He said, I came to bring fire on the earth. And how I wish it were already set ablaze. So we're going to go ahead and close out and give our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Wahagadash Rakah. Shalom.